So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, just when you thought you had seen an editor, then comes this from this stone-deaf APC government.
This bill proposes to introduce mandatory voting for the Nigerians of voting age in general elections, both on the national and the state levels. Nigeria has consistently recorded alarming low voter turnout rates in elections. For instance, in the 2023 general election, less than 30% of the registered voters participated. For global precedents, several democracies, including Australia, Belgium, and Brazil, for instance, have adopted mandatory voting.
But I will add, at the same time, Mr. Speaker, I'm of the view that people must participate. We have to compulsorily make people to vote. In fact, we have to even add to reprimand those ones that are intentionally absconding from voting.
Nigerians are quick to condemn various administrations, but they are not so quick to fulfill their civic responsibility. In other climes that we have traveled to or lived, personally in Australia, it is actually an offense for you not to vote during elections. And the tax office will visit you and find out why you did not vote. And there are some incentives as a citizen that you'll be denied.
Now, what you did not hear is that this out-of-touch bill proposes that an eligible voter who fails to vote without a valid reason would face a penalty, including a fine of 100,000 naira, a 6-month jail term, or both. Now, notice they kept referring to Australia as a model. But here is what happens in Australia. If you do not vote at a state election or referendum, you may receive an email, text message, or notice in the mail seeking an explanation of your apparent failure to vote. Please respond to the electronic message or complete the form and return it in the envelope provided. Electors who fail to vote at a state election and do not provide a valid and sufficient reason for such failure will be fined. The penalty for the first offenders is $50, and this increases to $75 if you previously paid a penalty or been convicted of this offense. If you do not have a valid and sufficient reason for not voting, you can pay the penalty, and that will be the end of the matter.